Yeah, come on!
Welcome to the Yeah Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Yes, welcome to the Come On Show from the Exit Wealth Studios. You can go to exitwealth.com if you're looking for somebody that wants to interview you. It's not you interviewing them. They want to make sure you're going to be a good client, you're ready to make some money, and you know how they work because they are on the edge, man. 20% at least is what they want to make you overall, and those are crazy numbers regardless of what the market is doing. That is Ted Jenkins and Justin Farmer, former WSB, Channel 2 great. But that's our studio sponsor, and we've got a lovely studio here in Alpharetta, and we've got one in Buckhead. And I must apologize. I first called Jeff, and then Jeff's like, well, it must have been Mike, and this is what must have happened. Jeff, I'm going to let you handle this because I thought something was wrong with my phone yesterday. I went to watch our show, and I wasn't getting audio. Then I went to watch it about an hour later, and I wasn't getting audio, so I reset my phone thinking it's me, and then I start listening to other Yeah Come On shows, and they're perfect.
Yeah, everything was fine. So you texted me because I didn't pre-watch anything. Mike uploaded like we always do, producer Mike. And
shouldn't he listen?
Well, I mean, sometimes they're checked, but everything being the same. Yeah,
saying.
Yeah, maybe you should check it every time now.
Yeah, come on, man.
That could be a new rule.
A new rule that we check it before we leave?
Yeah, before we leave or before it's launched, before it's released. So for a few hours yesterday, our episode was up with no audio.
No audio.
Video was fine.
Yeah.
Everything that you ran,
everything that you hit, every button, every sponsor, everything, just no audio.
Just no audio. And then I went and checked the audio feed for like Spotify and Apple Music, and no audio on there either. So I got a little talk with Mike, and he gave the old, well, it's probably just the glitch in the Rodecaster system.
You're blaming the equipment, aren't you?
Yeah, that's always a go-to. So we talked it out. He knows what he thinks happened. It wasn't all his mistake.
Well, we were rushed yesterday. We were doing one show and going right into another. And I know there is always the ability for human error. I also know that we're not hardwired in. Just to let you know, podcasts and things that they do, the only great thing about terrestrial radio is, number one, there's an engineer always on duty in the building. Secondly, everything is hardwired in. So, man, as long as you got power, you're good. And some radio stations have generators that they'll go to a generator just in case the building that they're in loses power. But when you're doing what we're doing,
and everything's all digital. Things just kind of click off, and just like your computer freezes, you have to reboot it. It's kind of the same thing with everything being digital. And you
check it, and rarely does anything happen. I'm not jumping all over digital. I'm happy to have it.
Yeah.
But I do understand how it works. Keep in mind too, in both of our studios, we're paying for the fastest internet you can get. We got everything covered. The building we're in right now is in a great location. So I'm like, outside of a storm, I think we're okay.
Yeah. We're totally fine. It's just this is the first time this has happened. And since we started doing this daily Yeah Come On show, a 4-hour Atlanta radio show done in 30 minutes, live without a net, we're at least like 100 episodes in.
I think we started, we fired on a Friday or Thursday or Wednesday. I'm trying to remember what December 10th was.
Well, we know
11th.
Because we had the Housewives on, so we were fired on a Wednesday.
We got fired on Hump Day.
Yeah. And I think we jumped right into this that Friday. So it was mid-December.
So there you go. Mid-December, we haven't had a problem.
This is the first episode that was kind of just a waste of time. It didn't really happen. Although, so it was up for a while.
But you put Bob Horner back up again just to go ahead and stick the needle in me. I'm like, God, Jeff, you just put another nail in my coffin, because for those of you that didn't hear the Bob Horner, that's an episode worth watching. And most people are like, what you said, you gave me a compliment, but it's also like, I feel a little stupid. It's the confidence I had. And they're like, man, the compliment was me having confidence in what I was saying.
Right.
So it's like I was believable, even though half of what I was saying was wrong.
The facts were wrong, yeah.
And just to recover Bob Horner, I do know that he is one of 21 players that have knocked 4 home runs in a game, which is quite a feat. You would not have thought there'd even be 21 players to do that. And from what I hear, after talking with a few other people, Bob Horner hit his 5th, which he would have been the only to hit 5, and he popped up, and they called it in the outfield.
Oh, so he could have been a 5er.
Could have been a 5er. That would have made him the only.
Yeah.
I was educated to that by John Rocker. He said, yeah, he popped up his 5th. I said, I didn't know that, because Rocker was at the game as a 12-year-old kid.
Really?
He was there as a 12-year-old kid.
He was at the 4-homer game?
He was there. He was
Wow.
there, driven up from Macon, Statesboro. So he was there, and he said, yeah, I met Bob, and I see, before Bob passed, he goes, I would see Bob at signings, and I would bring it up to him, and Bob go, oh, man, that's cool. And move on. He goes, I don't know what I expected Bob Horner to say, but dude, saying you were there for a moment where attendance is usually 5,000, that's a big deal. But all that being said, and I hate when I say all that being said, so I'm going to quit saying it. This may be the last time you ever hear me say it. It's something that occasionally, when you find yourself in a hosting situation, that they call it a crutch word.
They call it a crutch, yeah.
And I hate it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do it. But when you were the way I made my career was I was a guy you go to, so it was easy to go bam, 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 bam. I'm not trying to carry.
Right.
I'm just
But when you carry more, you have to do that. And I hear
you have that transition words.
and we do it a lot in just being a regular DJ on radio. You use crutches, and I hear professionals do it. Stuff I was told not to do.
Does it bother you?
No, not at all. Of
Yeah,
course, all the things that they teach you or the program directors get on you about. It's
Yeah.
like no one cares.
I know.
Like when DJs say, "Okay, hope you're having a great Monday," or "Here we are on a random Tuesday. Here's Motley Crue." Who cares?
Yeah, you're just talking.
But I hear people say it all the time. The pros. Which tells me I'm a pro.
Look at you. Jeff's a pro. Well, I'm just beating myself up. I'm just trying to make this daggum show as entertaining as possible. And yesterday was not entertaining unless you could read lips. So we did that show for the deaf.
Yeah.
I hope we had some deaf listeners that are like, oh my God, finally, I can read his lips. I looked at it and was like, oof. But stuff happens and it happens. What else is happening is Jeff and I are double duty. We hope you join us tonight. We will be at the Rockin' Taco in Roswell off Canton Street. And this is going to be fun, man. I love this band. I haven't seen them in 3 years. Last gig I did with them, I was still working at Rock 100.5. And it's Slippery When Wet. And these guys crush Bon Jovi. They're an excellent tribute band. And when you go on their website, which I suggest you do, just go to slipperywhenwet.com. It might be the band, but you'll find it. I found it. Dude, they've done some travel. They've done some rock cruises. They've been out of the country. They've definitely done some huge corporate events. I don't know about you. You minored in tribute band theory. Have you ever seen or heard of anybody doing Bon Jovi better than Slippery When Wet?
No, and I'll tell you one of the keys, and I tell this to every tribute band that we see. Every member of the band needs to look like, or at least make an attempt to look like their character. And if you look at when you see them, of course, the front man, I don't know his name, looks like Bon Jovi, styles like him, dressed like him, even has a tattoo, right?
Yeah, got the same
I'm not
tattoo.
saying you have to go that far, but their guitar player looks like Richie Sambora. The drummer looks like Tico Torres.
Yeah.
The bass player looks like, I guess,
Kinda.
Alec John Such, but he was kicked out
You're
of the
not going to
band.
get that keyboardist, though.
Dave Bryan.
He's tough.
No, but anyway.
He's got that frizzy hair.
Yeah, they got 3 out of 5. Whereas some bands, they just go for the front man and everybody else kind of does their own thing. No, you got to, if you really want to go as far as they have, every person needs to look like or try to look like the person in the actual band, especially for a band like Bon Jovi where people know all the different, mostly Richie and John.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Rickman has to look like Southside Steve, the long hair.
Yeah, I did for Halloween last year. I went as Southside Steve, and I think I looked pretty damn good.
You pulled it off. You could be a stunt double. In my next movie, Southside Steve Behind the Smile. That'll be the title. You're going to be the stunt guy. But join us tonight. Jeff and I will be there around 7, no later than 7, 6:30, 6:45. We'll set up and do the Yeah Come On show, which will air tomorrow morning. So you'll see the fun we're having. We'll talk to members of the band as we always do as they arrive. And that's why we do it around 7. We want to make sure those guys are coming in and they're in the green room and getting set up. So we'll pull and pluck the dudes from the band so you can get a good conversation about somebody that's successfully done this for what, 15 years? 20?
No, at least they played at the Braves Stadium on one of those Friday concerts in 2005.
Wow.
So it's been at least 20 years.
Mm-hmm. And what's that dog, that hand puppet with the cigar in his mouth? You know who I'm talking about?
From Conan.
Yeah, it's the insult dog.
Yeah. Comic the insult dog, or
all right, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I assume the audience does too. So there was a scene, I think it was 2005, where the lead singer of Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet Tribute, was doing a bit with the dog.
Okay. Oh, was he insulting him?
Yes, and telling him, "You're not Bon Jovi. You think you're Bon Jovi, but you're not Bon Jovi. You look like him." Nah. So it is what it is. But tonight would be fun if you get a chance to come out in Roswell live, have a cocktail with Jeff and I. We always do a little giveaway midway through the show, but very excited to be in Roswell tonight. Rockin' Taco is the last of any bar that I know that is like a Buckhead bar. There's two great party bars in Georgia, and I give Eastside Station the other one in Snellville, and that's more of a outside the perimeter hell raise, and I dig that scene as much as I dig this scene because this is very reminiscent of Buckhead circa 95 to 2005. All right, brought to you now by Small Sliders. Jeff and I will be out there today. This will be the last time you see this coverage because we're going to film, and we will be out there probably around noon today. So if you're coming through, if you're working Marietta or you're around, I think noon to 1, Jeff and I'll be at Marietta, and I'm doing a commercial for them. So if you're out there, come by. Especially we've got the panty dropper if I need a sports car.
Yeah.
We maybe need like not a limo, but a car that maybe I could look like I'm in the back seat as a businessman. Maybe a blacked out GMC Denali
like
or
an
something.
Escalade or something. Yeah, fancy SUV.
And I could even look like a politician in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need a good old boy truck. If I have to, I'll do it my own truck, which is fine.
You could use yours.
I could use mine. And then I'm wondering if anybody has any type of a convertible. That'll work for one of my deals. And if you're okay with it, you ride in the passenger seat, you're a part of the commercial, and I'll get you lunch for letting me use your vehicle. So I'm just looking for exotic vehicles or anything that...
Well, even a beater.
A beater would be perfect. I would love a good beater because I've got a shirtless one I want to do. And I'm not beating up on beaters. I drove a beater.
Yeah.
So if you got a beater, bring it. If it's dense, bring it. But we will be at Small Sliders today, and that is right off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway, and it's in the lovely city of Marietta. And it's okay. I was just saying they bring you this segment. That's all.
Well, yeah, Mike.
I don't need to say
Mike's
it.
okay, Mike.
You're a little jumpy.
He just jumped the gun.
Mike, just make sure the volume's on.
Yeah, just make sure we have audio.
Do we have audio?
Yeah.
Are you seeing levels?
Yes, he says he sees. Yeah, he's got it. He's got it monitored.
We're going to do a pick 3, but we're also going to talk about something that we talked about yesterday that you did not hear, and it's not that old of a story. People are still talking about it, and I'm referring to the Black Crowes, a local band made nationwide. They killed it. Everybody was playing their music. They were all around in the late 80s in the Highlands and all that area. It's two brothers that formed a band. And now the bassist, I went to high school with him. He's been with him for over 20 years, Sven Pippen. And that's cool as hell. The dude played soccer and worked for the airlines same time I was working for the airlines. And just somewhere in it all, met those boys, and it worked out. And now he's a Black Crow. And Chris Robinson, I don't know about the rest of the band's politics. I know he's a hippie, and I'll say that. And that's probably why he did what he did.
Well, yeah, they played in Tampa, I believe, Sunday night, and they have a Black Crow, I guess, mascot or something that's on the screen behind them, and it came up dressed as Uncle Sam, red, white, and blue.
That's patriotic.
Patriotic, yeah, it's okay.
You're the Crows, and he's got a hat on. It's not poking fun at anything.
All good. And then the audience starts chanting, USA, when they do at Trump rallies or anywhere where things are patriotic, USA.
Well, that's strong, man.
And then he sort of fired back and was like, thanks for the geography lesson. I don't know what you have to be so proud of. And then the audience
started... he just insulted his audience, saying, everyone chanting USA, what are you proud of?
Right. And then so they started booing him. So he got booed.
Sorry, that's a dumb move.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not trying to pile on a dude, but I'm like, keep your damn politics to yourself. People talk about it all the time. And maybe he just has enough money in this tour and he doesn't care. It sounds like he doesn't care. It sounds like he cares more about his own thoughts than his fan base.
Yeah. So yeah, he went back and for those of you booing us, some of us are not afraid and we're most assertively not effing ignorant. So thank you. So he kind of, lashed back at the audience for booing him. And just because they were doing the USA chant from seeing red, white, and blue on the screen.
Yeah, let it go. That's your fan base, bro. And if, say, half your fan base is MAGA and half is liberal, whatever, they're there to hear you. And this is where I guarantee that audience was getting along with each other.
Yeah, that sounds like it. They were all chanting USA.
Yeah, nobody's being political in the audience, and you want to get political when you're the only guy we can talk to or we can hear. You've got the microphone, which means you have the power.
Mm-hmm. The platform, as they say in the business.
Look at that. So we will say he misused his platform. I went back and listened to the audio. It's pretty rough.
Uh-huh. The booing?
The booing, and just what he said to his audience after, what are you proud of? And then they boo him, which means they're not too drunk to know that you didn't just insult them. And there was walkouts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was?
Yeah, there was some walkouts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it just depends on how you are, I mean, I can tell you, what's Natalie and those girls? What are the three girls that sang that were so...
The Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
Although, in hindsight, they were right.
Mm-hmm.
Bush, the weapons of mass destruction, the whole Iraq war was all on a false premise. That's what they were speaking out against, and they were right.
Yeah.
And they paid the price.
They paid the price big time. So sometimes is it worth it to keep your mouth shut? I don't know. Right now we're going back in time. That's a conversation for Politictainment, but just the 2024 election was solid, but the 2020 they think was stolen. And I think there's a lot of proof. I think a lot of people are going to be found to be right, but it's not a popular thing to say. And the Dixie Chicks did pay a price. But I was there and I heard the rhetoric, man. And at the time, even I wanted to walk out, but I was at the show.
The Dixie Chicks?
I was there.
Well, that was when everybody, before we knew all this, when we went along, we were all right after 9/11. Yeah, let's get them. We got to stop all this potential terrorism. They just used it to scare us. So, and that's what we learned in hindsight. But back then, most America was on board with these wars, especially because of 9/11. But now, no.
Yeah, now people are like, do we trust our politicians?
No. And that's, again, Dr. Fauci's fault. He's the one who started all this mistrust in government.
Way to go, Fauci. Boy, you always find a way to get him. Real quick, pick three. Steve MZ. I don't have enough time to do all three of these stories. Val Kilmer. Conspiracy, the movie. The director had a lot of negative things to say about him as a person, regardless that he just passed April 1st. Madonna. Steamy bedroom conversations on who her ultimate lover was, and his father was the president of the United States and assassinated. Or Outback Steakhouse lawsuit, $1.5 million. What happened? Is the person right, or is it an over-exaggerated lawsuit?
Oh, okay. I like this. Okay, so Madonna, we can assume it's JFK Jr.
Best lover ever.
Okay, so we don't need to go there.
She said by far her best lover ever.
Really?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's hard to be better than Sean Penn, but I don't know who else Madonna's run down. Girls, guys, anybody. She said ultimate human being in the bedroom.
JFK Jr.
JFK Jr.
So we knew that. I want the Outback thing. What's the Outback lawsuit? The Outback Steakhouse. No rules. Just right.
Just right. Well, they're running into a little problem, and I think it happened in Virginia. I'm pulling up that story.
Now, let's make sure you're not pulling up an Outback ad.
No, I'm not.
On the website, okay? Mike, you check this, Mike? Okay. He's got you.
It's a real story. I'm not doing an ad. Virginia woman who says that she slipped and fell on mashed potatoes at the Outback Steakhouse.
This is a money grab.
She's suing the restaurant for $1.5 million. So here's the deal. Her name is Tracy Renshaw. She's 56 years old. She alleges that, hey, man, I've got serious, long-lasting injuries. She now says that she can't work. This happened May of 2023. Her lawsuit, which has now been moved to a federal court, states and claims that this happened. First off, I guess she went to the Loudoun County Circuit Court, and she didn't get or hear what she wanted to hear, so now it's at a federal level.
So I guess Outback's not settling, or they tried not to settle.
Tried not to, so now it's at a federal level. Otherwise, yeah, she probably already would have cashed in. So I think they're telling her to pound mashed potatoes.
I love it. I think you're right. Total money grab. Okay.
Yeah, I think, and I got to tell you, as a bar owner, I am 100% backing Outback because it's a ridiculous amount. But the reason is she says, I'm never going to be able to work again. Now, I don't know her injuries to exactly, but all I can tell you is the slippery substance. She's headed to the bathroom and she face planted. So when you slip, 9 out of 10 times you go backwards.
Yeah.
Thank you. How did she go forward?
Yeah.
But she walk on her tippy toes? I don't know. But she went forward. From what they've gathered through witnesses, the mashed potatoes had been there for over 45 minutes that were spilt on the floor. It was slippery. There was no signage. Nobody said anything. Nobody cleaned it up.
Just watch your step. Okay, that's it.
Yep. I would say watch your step as well. But yes, she's like going for it. So we're going to, now that we've mentioned it, I'm going to run herd on it to see what happens. But the lawsuit says, yes, I can't work. I slipped. It was negligent on their part, and I need $1.5 million to get me through life. Hey, it's Southside Steve from the Yeah Come On Show. We'll be live this Thursday at Rockin' Taco in Roswell off Canton Street. We'll do our show live around 6:30 and then bring Slippery When Wet, the Bon Jovi tribute band, on stage at 8 p.m. sharp. Get your tickets at therockintaco.com. Go to Rockin' Taco on Facebook. Hope to see you there. Get your tickets at the door. We're making Thursday the night to go out. Nobody does Bon Jovi better than Slippery When Wet. Yeah, come on.
Polydictainment.
Also brought to you this morning by David Markwell, Markwell Therapy. Markwell Therapy helping those that are dealing with issues. Do you have derangement of any kind? You just having a tough time? Are you having relationship issues, boss issues, what have you? Let him help you get to where you need to be, which is healthy mind.
Okay, well, I've been hearing more about the negotiations. They're going great, is what Trump says.
Going awesome.
Iran says they're not. Trump keeps saying, I've heard them say this for weeks now. Well, we may get a deal done, we may not. We'll just see. I mean, he keeps saying that.
Well, and he's also in a tough spot because Congress, everybody's trying to get it together because they know that if they don't get a deal on the table or he's not happy with the deal, they know that he wants to just go in there and blow up power and bridges.
Right, and we don't want to, there's a lot of people that don't want to do that, and that's what today's Polydictainment is about, is there are 4 House Republicans that have joined the Democrats.
I saw that.
To try to get this thing to end, this the War Powers Act or whatever. Thomas Massey, my favorite congressman, Republican congressman, who got defeated by the unknown guy that Trump supported. Thomas Massey, Tom Barrett, Warren Davidson, and Brian Fitzpatrick joined House Democrats in sort of a symbolic thing to show, hey, we want to get this thing to an end.
Yeah.
So it is kind of, because Trump can veto it, even if it does pass, where we can have to have a resolution to end the war.
Right. With that being said, they've taken over the Strait again. Iran has. I mean, that's not cool. Regardless,
well, I think there's still tolls. Like they want to have, one of the things is they want to have it reopened with no tolls. But I think they're still controlling with tolls, and it goes back and forth.
I don't know why Iran's allowed. Maybe it's the threat of they will attack you, which is not okay. But if that's the threat, maybe that's why a lot of these ships are paying the tolls. But is China, Russia paying these tolls?
I don't know, but apparently it was open before we started all this mess. So now we're just getting back to par.
Well, was it open properly? I mean, I want to look at both sides, but I agree with you. I don't want to see a war, but the tolls outrageous? Were they basically saying pay or we'll bomb you or will our ships will come out and attack you?
Well, he's got the negotiations going on, and he said on True Social yesterday in a meaningless vote, the House voted for bad Republicans and all the Democrats to limit my war powers right in the middle of my final negotiations.
Yeah.
But we've been hearing final negotiations for like 2 months now.
Yeah, and I never know. Maybe it's the press forces you to say something. It's almost like you're not finished. And again, I'm playing devil's advocate. I am a Trump lover, but I'm not going there right now. I'm basically trying to get to the truth. And just like anybody should, And you don't have, nobody's perfect. No administration's perfect. But overall, I'm happy that the borders are closed. I can't say that enough. But that being said, this has to end. And from what I hear, you're right. The deal could be close from what he's saying.
This weekend. But that's what he's been saying for several weeks.
All right, we got a little sports. We were hoping to do it with Skipper at Regal Nissan, but the problem is Skipper has a full-time job. He is the service manager at Regal Nissan. So when you go in there, it's located again. Roswell's a big spot for the Yeah Come On show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, dude, we are headed to Marietta to film a commercial close to Roswell. We're in Roswell tonight at Rockin' Taco, and that'll be tomorrow's show for Slippery When Wet, the Bon Jovi tribute. And then you look at Regal Nissan. It's right there almost in Alpharetta, but it's off 400 Holcomb Bridge Road, right on the left where it's been since 1980. When you go in, if you drive a Nissan or you drive an Infiniti, ask for the Yeah Come On deal. You just got to, whoever the service guy is, and if the service person doesn't know about the Yeah Come On deal, then you ask for Skipper or Miguel. Those are the two guys that will help you. It's worth saying it because you're going to save money.
Yeah, come on!
We talked about it yesterday. Not much has changed, and it's kind of interesting. Falcons, that's my favorite. My favorite thing to do is watch the Falcons when it comes to sports. Outside of certain things in the Olympics, what about yourself? Would you say you like that, or you like Braves?
I'm more Braves, and I'm more Braves when we get closer to the playoffs. When that games really mean something,
That's exciting, and I'm trying to get my boys to watch the Atlanta Braves because they love baseball. Where helmets have been outlawed in the house, and I'm not saying I'm even against that. Flag football with a padded helmet, sure, knock yourself out. If I saw my kid had hands, like Mr. or could throw 80 yards, we're probably going to get into a helmet.
You get him into Pee Wee football or whatever.
Damn right. I'd look at a man and go, look, we're going to just put extra padding, put a couple socks in there, whatever. If he doesn't know one of our names, then we'll back off for 6 months. I mean, if he doesn't know where we live, we back off. No, I joke, but yeah, it is scary stuff with the head. But the Atlanta Falcons are making moves, so I am watching the Braves. We're out in front, which is great.
Go Braves!
I agree with you. The Hawks, man, they a damn good showing. Anytime you can taste the playoffs and you did it without the guy you thought you had to have, we got a good team right now. Is next year better? I hope. We don't have a hockey team yet. We got those Gladiators, though. It's pretty fun for the family. And we don't have, but we do have an MLS team. We've come a long way. We're just missing the hockey team. If you want to be a full service state.
Well, they're working on it to get the thing going on in Alpharetta. And
I agree.
They're trying to put together development and build an arena and bring a hockey team.
Yeah, if they bring that hockey team, then we're back to full service. But right now, I'm excited by the Falcons because they are making moves. We know that Matt Ryan, former QB, maybe a lot of people think the best quarterback ever for the Falcons.
Better than Steve Bartkowski?
It's tough to say. I
Come
think
on.
You and I love Steve Bartkowski. But Matt, numbers wise, Matt crushed. But I'm Steve Bartkowski. Matt, you're second. But the cool thing is they're making moves for London, wide receiver. They're looking at their QB situation, but they got to lock that guy in. I thought he had great hands all season. 4-year deal. You ready for this amount?
What?
$141 million for 4 years.
141?
141. So I started thinking, they get paid like 16, 17 weeks. It's not all they get paid while they're in season. So you're getting
I'm sure
checks.
that's spread out. It's spread out throughout the year, right?
You think it's a yearly check?
It's annual. It's probably spread out. The Falcons, I'm sure they pay it.
Okay, so you don't think it's only while they're in season?
No,
that's a great question.
Like teachers, I assume that. I'm just guessing. Like teachers, they're paid, throughout the year. It's whatever their salary is spread out throughout the year.
So you're getting income.
Yeah.
So you don't go 2 or 3 months without.
Right. But even if they didn't pay him for those months of no season, he's still making $100 million a year almost.
I think I know this number, but I'm going to do this real quick on the quick. Why I'm teasing this, Jeff? Tell me, who are we about to play for Track 13? Because that's coming up right after this.
Well, since we're going to see Slippery and Wet tonight at the Rock and Taco in Roswell, the Bon Jovi tribute band. We've been doing Bon Jovi track 13, so that's what we're going to do. We did it yesterday, but of course, yesterday's show got canceled because it had no audio. Not quite producer Mike's fault. It could have been equipment. It could have been him. Human error.
We don't know what happened.
The good thing is it's the first time that's happened in 6 months almost. So he gets a pass, even if it was or was not his fault. So today's track 13 will be Let It Rock, the first track on the album, Slippery When Wet.
Dude, that's great. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to go back to what I had. So I'm going to take his salary, $141 million. This is just fun. And I'm not saying you don't deserve it, London. I don't want your neighbor to say he watched the Yeah Come On show and I was banging. So that is divided by
4 years.
So I go with 40, 24, 48. No, 12 months a year. So it's 12, 24, it's 36, 48.
Or 48 months, yeah.
48 months. Let's go 48 months. So he's getting just under $3 million a month.
Okay.
I mean, how's he going to pay his bills? $3 million a month. So
that's about $1 million a game. It's more than $1 million a game.
It is more. So now, yes. So I'm glad you brought that up. Let's just look at that. If you want to divide, so we got 17 games. What do you think in the season?
Well, no. Here's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm just you do yours too. I'm
all right. Here's how you do it. 141 million. In 4 years, right? It's a 4-year contract.
Yeah, we've already discussed. So he's at 2.9 a year.
That's $35 million a year. Okay. How many games are in a season?
I'm saying 17.
All right. So that is $2 million a game. If I'm going by your let the record state. I'm going by your facts.
I'm saying
this is my math. My math is correct, but the starting point, I'm relying on you.
17 games.
Yeah. But the contract is 141
for
4 years.
It is.
Okay, that comes out to about $2 million a game.
Wow, dude, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
you're making $1 million a half.
So while I'm sitting there at Mercedes,
you're making $500,000 every 15 minutes.
Yeah, every quarter.
Jesus,
it's $500,000 a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
Meanwhile, I'm at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium spending $25 for a Bud Light.
What the hell? We set up track 13 for you, and this is brought to you by Northside Golf Carts. We went out to Northside Golf Carts. North Atlanta. I always say just Northside thinking, but it's North Atlanta Golf Carts. Thank you. I got a lot in my head. But I love Craig Riddle. Ask Craig Riddle, get the Yeah Come On deal. Jeff and I went out there. We've got a nice commercial coming your way. And you'll see it next week. And man, were you not impressed?
Oh yeah. There's some nice stuff you can get out there, and the showroom was great. It's got tons of inventory, ready to go. And he's got 2 locations. So he's right there in Dawsonville, and then 53,
off 53, and then his other location is in Buford,
Brazelton,
or
close to Brazelton, right?
Yeah, Brazelton, which is by Chateau Alon. Yeah. Got to get it straight. Sometimes I have to read these things. But his son was out there and his dog was out there. We had a lot of fun. And Jeff and I got to drive things and look at everything. So this guy is going to give you the best deal on a golf cart. Trust me. 2 locations. He knows what he's up against on the south side in Peachtree City. And I'm telling all my Southsiders, it's worth the drive. I know what you got in your backyard. Talk to this guy before you purchase a golf cart, and he brings you track 13.
Track 13, Rock and Taco tonight for the Bon Jovi tribute, Slippery and Wet, and that's what we're doing today. Cut 1, Let It Rock from Slippery and Wet. It is track 13 on the Yeah Come On show.